Tonight we are in for a treat, and just want to thank you guys too for really. I've seen a lot of your faces throughout the week, so I just want to commend you guys for really being dedicated to the business. So yes, I am going to pass it on. We have a beautiful host that is going to be joining us. Oh, excuse me. Well, that's not. I'm not Suni. Excuse me, guys. That's me. Nowadays you don't know. I could be cloned. Okay. I could be an AI twin. But you know what? I had a treat to meet Miss Brittany in person. And I tell you what, this young lady is amazing. You guys have not seen nothing yet. I had a chance to speak to her husband, and they both are a power couple. So I really, it's like in the background, he's just the silent one, like, yes, yes, yes. But I saw and I heard for myself both of them in action and, their goals and who they are. So it's such a treat to be blessed by this anointed vessel, Miss Brittany Carolina. Can you please join us as our host this evening? God bless you guys. I'll see y'all. All righty. Are you there, Miss Brittany?
I am, but I am literally just getting off of work, so
Oh,
I'm so sorry. I was
no, no,
just
no, no, no.
texting
It's okay.
Kim that
You
I'm
need
trying to get into my church and I don't even have the key, so 1 second. But thank you so much
okay.
for that introduction. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for choosing me to host today. I'm super excited for that as well, and to just highlight everyone and speak to everyone about what their goals are and everything. So I'm so sorry. I'll be there in just a second. I just don't want to be moving around and trying to
Okay, go
get
ahead and
myself.
pay it. Go ahead. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
I'll just brag a little bit more about you if that's okay. Can you guys still hear
Yes,
me?
ma'am.
So Miss Brittany, I actually, when I was in the Bay Area last, when I was going to relocate, I believe it was in your area in Roseville. So I'm excited to see what you would do in that community. It is a thriving community. But let's listen to some of the plans and the things that you're going to be really doing. And I'm hoping that your husband will, I know he's by your side, but I want to see him in front of the camera because he is a wealth of knowledge. So you guys say a little prayer with me that that man will step up to the plate because he will be a blessing on this platform. But right now, his lovely wife is so gifted in the things that she knows that she's been hiding in a little bag, like in her notebook or however. She's not showing it off, but I'm telling you, I had a chance to engage and even see her in action at the festival. Right. And I saw her passion for people, and it's genuine. It's genuine. And to see that this is, a business partner of all of ours, if you're in the East Coast and you got people on the West Coast, she's one that you're gonna say, "Hey, let me call Brittany." That's what I saw, and I'm honored to be on be in this journey with her, right? And for myself, you guys already know me. I can go on and on. If you don't know me, let me just say my name is Princess, and let's see here. I'm a mom of four and a grandma of three. And I've been on the platform a little bit over not yeah, is it 2 years? It's almost 2 years. But in that time, what got me so excited is that in other platforms, I did not reach this success that I've reached here and the position as a business director, and it was achievable. That's what was amazing for me. So I'm so excited for all of you guys who are just starting this platform, and you see the same thing. And I know the doors are going to open. The doors have been opening, and how we're poured into on a constant basis by our leaders is amazing. So just keep going. This is a chat. This is woo, woo. This. I think we all like stepping into something. I'm gonna just tell you personally. I've been feeling a little heat. Right? I can't get out of the kitchen because I'm trying to cook. So I'm feeling the heat in some areas, right? And I'm sure I'm not the only one. And I'm going to say it's maybe the Kingdom Kids, kind of like, something on the other side know that we busting through, the Red Sea is parting, the chariot's about to get all swam up and, taken out of here while we continue to spread the goodness of the Lord, right? And like Mary Grace says, the financial cancer and really going into these areas and doing what we have to do to change lives. Okay, so right, any Brittany's coming, and I can keep talking. All righty, so what did I do today? No, so, but I'm sorry about the delay, but
Is Brittany hosting? Is that what it is? Or
Miss
Yeah,
Brittany is hosting, and she's just
I'm
setting
here.
up.
okay, go ahead, Miss
I'm
Brittany.
here. I'm here.
Yes,
So
I
sorry.
believe in you. I
it's
believe in you.
okay. It's okay. I want to remind everybody to get their pens and pads out and open up your cameras because we are in for a treat. I'm gonna just say this. We all know this lady has been called to speak. So what happens when you be called and you answer the call? Every obstacle is gonna show up and be like, no, no, no,
Man.
no, 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 no. So let's all give her some ones. Let's unmute and let's welcome Brittany to the stage. Come
Go
on,
ahead,
Let's
girl.
go,
Brittany.
Brittany. Let's
Let's
go,
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 Brittany.
Brittany.
Go,
Brittany.
Brittany.
Let's
Thank
go.
Let's go,
you.
Brittany.
Glad to hear your voice
Let's
tonight.
go.
Oh,
All right. Oh, thank you so much. And you know what, Princess? That's so true because I ain't even gonna tell y'all the physical what's happening right now. My head is pounding. So please, my prayer warriors and healers out there, please just send the prayers my way right now. But other than that, I am here because the devil is a lie. That's exactly what I said when I was trying to get here, get set up because I'm right around the corner here, which God is a blessing just to say for a second, because I literally from my job, I'm right here. So I don't have to go home. I don't have to be in my car. I can actually be here in my church home. So I'm so super excited to be able to host this evening's call. Again, you guys know my name is Brittany Carolina. And yes, let's keep praying for my husband, Eric Carolina, to get his tail here as well, because he definitely was a part of my previous business. I've been in industry for about 6 years now, so he was part of that journey. So of course, I would love him to be a part of this one as well. But we're gonna keep, letting God do His work, right? So, um, let's get right into it. I think we are starting with the slides here. Okay, let's go ahead and go over these slides right now, and then we'll get through the rest of the evening. So today, just make sure Zoom keeping guidelines. Please turn on your cameras if you can, if it's possible. We definitely want you to be safe. Right, if you're driving, and then of course, kindly mute. Make sure that you stay muted, especially if you're moving around and stuff. Make sure your devices that you're using is muted. Dress for success. So we always want to make sure that we're looking apart, especially we're on Zoom. So I know if we remember how COVID was, where you can dress up top if you got to, but just as long as you look good up top, right? But make sure, yes, we are dressed for success. And then taking lots of notes. Make sure we're taking notes and always learning and moving, right? So make sure you got your pads and your pens. All right, the people to reach out to. These are the amazing trailblazers, the amazing leaders in our company. So we want to make sure that we're connecting with them, especially our first leader up there, Suni Samad. We want to make sure he is our executive business director. So anything you may need navigating through this business, you want to make sure you have his contact. He's an amazing leader, especially me being also new in this industry, or in this company, not the industry, the company. He's been amazing. He's relatable, humble, integrity through the roof, just an amazing guy. And of course, the rest of them as well that follows right behind him. You'll always hear from the beautiful voice as well as Hans Augustin, because he is definitely anointed, or should I say gifted, because y'all probably don't know that lingo, everyone, but he is definitely gifted. So make sure you know Princess Map. You already heard her beautiful anointed voice as well, her beautiful gifted voice. My cousin Kimberly, fun fact, make sure she is one of my business director who introduced me to the business. Make sure you just reach out to all these amazing business leaders that we have and we're so fortunate to have. So there's the contact. Make sure you take a screenshot, okay? All right. And today, what we are going over. So, of course, we will be intro was Suni Samad, but I don't know if we did that or if that's later on. But of course, I am the host on this evening. And Kyrie Jones, come on, another leader that is leading from the front is coming in with the recognition today. And then our closer, my very own Kimberly Howard. And then our spotlights. Come on, the spotlights are amazing. We're going to be spotlighting Monica Castaneda, and I hope I said that right. She's an amazing woman. I actually met her in California, even though we're from California, but on the other side, northern, and Hans Augustin. So I'm excited to see what they got going on in their business this evening. All right. And these are the things to plug into trainings, where your cash flow comes from with the Supreme team. So these you want to take a screenshot as well, just to make sure you keep up with everything, right? So the wealth formula, that's how we invite guests and educate our community and our people of who we are, what we can do for them strategy wise, and the things we can do with the mighty dollar, right? And then, of course, going through that, the chess or checkers, we have that. I'm not sure who's hosting that. I'm sorry if I don't, but these are the amazing people who will be taking advantage, leading from the front with these amazing trainings that we have in cash flow. Some of them you see familiar faces from our builders in the front. So like Brian Swisher and Suni Samad, Hans Augustin. You see some of the leaders that come and they do stuff for training. So you'll really know familiar faces if you're new, how they are really trying to help you build, and they're doing it, and they're in the field, they're in there with you, holding your hand. If you want, if you don't, trust me, they're like, you got it. But if you need it, they're here to help. So please reach out and plug into our trainings, okay? All right. And here is how you also can plug into those trainings. We have where I believe it's in our back office. If anyone needs to correct me, but this is where you can actually put it to your, what I do is I add it, which Kim had to keep telling me, that's just a side note. Brittany, cousin, put it in your calendar so you make sure that you can see what's going on. So I'm here to tell you, put it in your calendar, make sure you can see what's going on. We also have a link tree, she's saying in the comments, that you also can get where it can give you access to make sure you keep up to date with everything, right? So yes, we have our 9 a.m. Spark, our ERG National meeting. It looks like my cousin Marlena also put it in there. And then Supreme Life Team POD, which we're doing today, weekly on Wednesdays. Our Winner's Circle Mastermind. Those are amazing, y'all. If you guys can make it 10 a.m. To 11 a.m. Central, make sure you're there. So many great things happen because we are winners, and that's what we do. Speak positive over ourselves, over our businesses, over our life, our generations to come, all of it, right? Winners. We're not anything else but winners, right? And then small business retirement program. Make sure you can check that out. I think that was a great, especially if you like, to strategize and help understand or help people with small businesses and retirement programs, LinkedIn, three-way calling, so many great things. One of my favorite leaders, Stephen Taylor, is hosting the LinkedIn. So definitely you want to get one of them. You want to hop in on that training one day. And then getting started, right? 30-day blueprint to success. That happens, I think, every first Saturday of the month, right? So you want to kind of get in that because that gives you the blueprint. That gives you how to move with your business and also the things that we do to get you there and get you going, right? So we want to do that and get into plug into that in our ERG Figure Academy and all the great things, the Wealth Academy that we already kind of shown it visually that we have and how you can also plug into those great cash flow trainings, okay? All right, so recognition. I'm going to sit myself down for a second as the wonderful Kyrie Jones do recognition. This is where we get hype, we get active, right? We support each other, we love on each other. I love leading with love. I love people. So I love this part because we get to recognize you. We get to do all those great things. So Kyrie, oh my goodness, I actually wrote down. So sorry, y'all. I'm getting familiar with everyone, but Kyrie is an amazing leader that just joined, right? And he is going to be recognizing our people that done something, our trainers that done something over the years. And I cannot find where I seen his, so I have to go off the top of my head, but that's okay because this is a challenge. But he just, I know Kyrie, help your sister.
You're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great, Brittany. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, he has just won his promotion, hitting 333, or actually 338, which is an amazing accomplishment. Why? Because coming in just fresh out, right? And he's already like, look, I'm running. I have a family to feed. I got people to serve, right? He's a server at heart and he's ready to rock. And so I love to see it. And I'm so excited for him to be able to do recognition today. So Kyrie, take it away.
Great job, Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. Everybody give Brittany some love in the chat, man. Listen, if y'all don't know by now, y'all know what we do during recognition. Let's show our people some love. This is for the week, June 1st to the 7th. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see what we got going on. Who's moving and shaking? We got
let's go.
Let's
go. Running. Good stuff, Audra. We got our executive business director, Mr. Suni Samad, personal requests. Within the first week of June, man, we rolling right now. We rolling. Miss Kimberly Howard. Within the first week of June. Oh, and submitted $2,727 in a life policy. That's how we hit the ground running right there to start off June. What else we got?
All right, Kyrie.
Hey, come on, Kyrie.
Way to go.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love and support. What else we got? Miss Kim Howard, 2 life submitted.
Let's go.
That's how you start the month strong. Congrats, Miss Kim Howard. You got Mr. Suni Samad with another life app submitted. And of course, I submitted a life app as well. Let's keep it going, family. Let's keep it going. What else we got?
Congratulations.
Congratulations. That's good stuff right there. Oh, Miss Marlena Smith. Marlena with 1 life. Miss Nadine, another life app submitted. Man, we changed our lives, man. That's how you kick off June right there.
Congratulations.
Let's go.
Another one. Miss Gabriella.
Great job, Gabriella.
That's awesome right there. And Miss Monica. Submitted. Let's get it, family. Let's get it. Our business director, Brian Swisher, Let's get it. We rolling right now. What else we got? All right, 338 qualifiers for May 2026.
All right.
Who we got? Our executive business director, Mr. Suni Samad. It was a blessing to hit three as well.
Good job.
Keep it rolling,
Great
family.
job,
Let's keep it
Kyrie.
rolling.
Good job.
The infinite bonus qualifiers for May 2026. There you go.
Kyrie.
Listen, by God's grace. By God's grace. By God's grace.
Wow, that's awesome.
And our executive business director, Mr. Suni Samad.
Congratulations, everybody.
Front, leading from the front, showing us how it's done. All right, here we go. Agents who registered for convention. Who gonna be in Dallas? Who gonna be in Dallas, man? Let's see. Let's see. Come on, what we got? What we got? We got Mr. Suni Samad and Mr. Hans Preston. See y'all in Dallas. We got Miss Kimberly Howard and Miss Marlena Smith. Right? They gonna be in Dallas. We'll see y'all in Dallas. Miss Gabriella Encinas and Miss Monica Castaneda. See y'all in Dallas. We got the Baskervilles.
All right.
They coming out. See y'all in Dallas. We got Miss Shy Coney. Miss Ola. They're going to join the party in Dallas. It's going to be a lituation. We got Miss Princess Maggie.
Congratulations.
We got Miss Ashfan.
Congratulations,
everybody. See y'all in Dallas, family.
Christine.
Who else we got? We got Miss Tammy. And she going from the East Coast. Miss Tammy. I'll see y'all in Dallas. We got Miss Betty. Miss Betty Valentine. Yup, Miss Clark. In Dallas.
Betty.
Mr. David Howard. Love you, North Carolina. We will see y'all in Dallas.
Cousins.
We got Miss Sheila Bolton and Miss Michelle.
Let's go, Sheila.
Wow,
Dallas.
Gonna be out there.
Dallas.
That means
We a party in Dallas.
That's right.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right, Nicholas. All right,
Let's get it. Let's get it.
That's right. I know he had that look in his eye like.
No, he did.
That's awesome, family. That's awesome. Way to kick off June. Let's keep it going, family.
Yes.
Amazing.
Let's go.
All right, so we got some spotlights. I'll kick it back to Brittany to bring up the spotlights.
Yes, thank you, Kyrie. You are amazing. Thank you for all of it's amazing to see all of our recognition and all the people who are moving in their business. God is so good because I know He is doing a great thing in every single one of you in your business and in the people you touch. So I want to now spotlight our two amazing people on today. So we're going to go with our first spotlight of the day. I'm excited to be able to see how they're doing in their businesses, see how they're growing. So let's get started. I don't know if we're going to pop up their faces first or go ahead and get it going. And I'll take control of it. All right, Monica. Yes, it's so good to see you. So yes, Monica, I'm so excited to be spotlighting you. She continues, just a little bit about her. She continues to demonstrate what it looks like to build a business while working full time, you guys, full time. She has been consistently utilizing the teacher email system and seeing results from her efforts. So I'm excited to see, ask her some questions regarding, I know last week her and Monica or her and Monica, not herself, but her and Gabriella, closed two policies together. So I'm excited to also see that your business is moving along, but first of all, or first and foremost, that you're serving, right? You're serving and you're getting out there. So it's amazing, especially having a full-time job. She has definitely showed her commitment in mentorship and developing, and also just had a addition to that. She had a successful grand opening event, showing confidence in all of that greatness that she did for her grand opening, and she had a theme. It was called Boss Up, expanding her influence, building partnerships, and creating opportunities for us, for growth, for the people. So I'm excited, Monica, for you to be with us today. How are you, Monica?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Brittany. You're doing such a great job. I love your
Oh, thank
energy.
you. Oh, I thank you. I appreciate it. Well, Monica, I see that of course, you're balancing full-time career, right? Your job might not be not probably your career, I'm not sure, but while growing your business, mentoring a new partner and hosting events, what has helped you stay focused and continue growing with all of it?
Oh, the leadership is a big, big, huge, um, uh, oh God, I can't even think of the word, but the leadership here is just it's great.
Mhm.
And you
Amen.
learn by example. I couldn't do this without Gabriella. I really couldn't.
Yes.
With being, full time and I'm a court reporter. That's my career, and it's definitely bogged me down sometimes with some work that I have to do, get transcripts out. But she's always there. Gabrielle is always there for me. She's always helping me out with my, with all my appointments, and you know, she helps me keep on track. The leadership. Kimberly also, she's awesome. We learn by example. We really do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. Well, I know I said a little bit, but I do want to keep it in order, in decent order. So if you can just introduce yourself a little bit more. I know you said kind of what your background is, but yeah, introduce yourself to the team and let us know your background before OIC.
Well, before all of this life insurance, I mean, I've always been a court reporter. That's my job. And I was with two previous companies before. And when Kimberly and Marlena, talked about this company, and I was a little skeptical and was like, another one, what am I going to do? So right when I jumped on one of the trainings, and I saw everybody. I just love the culture. I love the training. I just love the mentorship. And I think this is what we've been looking for. I've been with Marlena since the beginning. I started with her, and I just told her, I said, I'll go wherever you go.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so I have two older kids and four grandkids. I'm in Washington right now, helping my younger daughter and visiting my youngest grandson. So we're
Mhm.
we're able to work from wherever we are with this company too.
Yes, which is amazing. I love that part because I actually
Hmm.
was I was in, office. So I really, really love that we can do this anywhere in the comfort, right? So
Hmm.
amazing. All right. And how about well, first off, I want to say it's amazing to hear that also my newfound cousin Marlena, you've been around, she said, since 2019. Amazing. That's actually when I started the industry as well. So I'm so excited that that connection happened. And then you get to also grow and develop that relationship with Gabriella. She is amazing. I also met her with you, and you guys are just amazing women. You are hardworking, servant, or were you selfless, not self, but selfless, in what you were doing in our event and just serving everyone, making sure everyone was good. I mean, I can just see how amazing you both were. So it's just great to have you on the team, and you saying yes to this opportunity. So now we're
you.
going to ask, of course, let us know what's happening in this season of your business. I know you have some great things like I've highlighted. So, yeah.
Yes, definitely. Gabrielle and I just closed 2 policies. It was a follow-up. So yeah, she's amazing with these teacher. Got to highlight her too, though, because
Yeah, right. Yep.
she definitely knows her way around the teachers, and she is a teacher. You know, she's a substitute teacher herself, so she knows the ins and outs of what they need, and how to navigate them through the portal, and and she does it so natural,
Oh, yeah.
So definitely, I've learned so much from her. And I know I got to get on my own pretty soon. And I've had a great mentor with her, and I've learned a lot. And I just got to put all the pieces together and my confidence together also, so I can do it on my own. But yeah, we just closed 2 policies with the teacher, and we have another follow-up with another teacher on Friday. Yeah, so these emails, these ERG emails definitely do work, and some of them are hit or miss. Not everybody's gonna not everybody's gonna have the same, I guess, luck I'm having. But with all the leadership and mentorship, it's working. The teamwork. If I can't be there because I was traveling or something, we always have somebody to back us up.
That's amazing. Yes. Yes, I love that as well. Yes, teamwork makes what? The dream work.
Exactly.
So I love that. All right. And lastly, what are your goals pre-convention? And so,
Oh
like
gosh.
the convention,
Yeah. Just, I think traveling to Washington kind of threw me off a little bit. So, getting back on track, definitely. Um, you know, uh, Going out to some small businesses, that's what I really want to focus on. That's going to be my next step as well. And and mentoring my new person that came on board, Shawnee. She actually had the grand opening last week, and she did a great job. And I've learned how to be a mentor to somebody with the leadership that I've been exposed to. Kimberly talks about, her mentoring and what she does, and take them to lunch and call them and just to say hi, just to say hi, how you doing, So that's what I'm really trying to do with Shawnee. I'm truly trying to just at least, you have to be their friend. You have to be there for them.
Build that relationship.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing before I left. We went to lunch. So we did a few things before I left, and I told her, I said, well, when I get back, I said, we're going to go out again. And, just to get to know each other on a personal level. So I think that's important with a new person coming under you. You just have to be there for them, because everybody's going through something. Everybody's lifing, right? Everybody's going through, no matter what it is, big or small. We all have our own personal issues. But I'm trying to help her along also. I've had other people that kind of fell through the cracks, which I believe it's, a little bit of both. I just wasn't there for them, but I really need to. I've just learned a lot from the mentorship we do have here, the leadership.
That's good. I like that. That's actually a great takeaway for myself with you, because at my previous as well, I've had so many that fell off, and ones that I wanted to keep on, but when you're really seeing how you can build a relationship with that one-on-one touch and mentorship, I believe for sure with Kim, she's definitely a great mentorship to always tell me exactly how she does it and how she builds that relationship and connection with her business opportunity partners. And it's amazing, right? It's amazing. So I thank you, Monica. for sharing, and I was corrected. It was a business partner grand opening, which you've already corrected, but making sure that I also do that correction for you being able to help and be that mentor for your new business partner. So that is amazing. And we appreciate your leadership and just being a spotlight on this call and this evening. So thank you so much. I don't know if you have anything else to leave with, but I appreciate you, Monica, for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here. Awesome. Our next spotlighter, now we all know, unless it's new or you're new, Mr. Hans Augustin. He is in the building. This is an honor. I feel like, I get to finally connect. I feel like I only, hear from Hans when we're, on these calls and stuff. So I'm actually excited. I'm excited. I'm gonna go through the order, but I do just want to pick his brain while we're here. Hopefully we can when it comes to just how he's been doing, being the servant leader that is, right? So, Mr. Hans Augustin, how are you, sir, this lovely, lovely evening?
I'm actually more excited that you're hosting more than anything else, because I just believe in growth. I only believe in growth. So I tell people, because I believe in multiplication and increase, you're the representation of my dream. And so my dream,
wow.
I'm not the only one. So seeing you tonight means that my dream is coming true. So I'm more happy for you than anything else, because it means that it's coming true, basically. So that's how happy I am to see anybody else that's being spotlighted and seeing your leadership being put in place, because God has gifted you to do that. So, but that's how
okay, see, y'all, he gonna have me crying on. Okay, excuse me. Let's pass the tissues, because oh my goodness, this is why I say he's an amazing man, right? Amazing leader, gifted man, and I can definitely say ditto, because honestly, I see where you're going. The growth in myself is definitely there, but I do want to spotlight you and your amazing, again, servanthood and just who you are as a part of our company, and of course the Supreme team, and Axe. So we see that you went to Washington over, was it the past week?
Yeah, I was there last week, I believe. It was last weekend, I believe. Was it last weekend? It was 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry, because I was in Atlantic City. I was in DC.
See, look, just gone. Yes, I love it. See, that's why I want to be like you when I grow up. And not to say we want to be like ourselves, right? Because God has gifted us in unique individual paths. But what I say is the fact that he gives, ever since I just to say this and give him his flowers as well, ever since I've been on this call and I've been in this company, I always see him moving. And he's not moving to do stuff for himself. He's moving because he's going to go either serve another partner on the team, or he's serving someone in his community or someone he knows. And he doesn't just go around, right? I see him talking about he's going hours and driving and doing things and serving. So it's just amazing to see that we're highlighting and kind of picking what it was that like for you. So if you can just, for the people who don't know, before we get into how you did in Washington, give a little background about yourself, the people who don't know about you, and why you joined OIC.
So, hey guys, if this is the first time you've met me, my name is Hans Augustin. I'm actually one of the business directors here in New Jersey. But prior to OIC, 2 years removed, this July will be 2 years since I've been on the platform. But prior to that, I've been in small business for a very long time, very big on real estate, meaning that over the last several years, my wife and I have built a pretty decent real estate portfolio. I don't like to talk about myself too much. But prior to that too, though, I was in the insurance space. And when I got into the insurance space, I was only doing final expense. That's how I got introduced to insurance. And that was early 2009. I did very well there, and that's how I got into real estate and some of the other small businesses. But corporately, I came from Citibank. I was actually one of the project managers that helped move part of their credit card division to the East Coast in the process of that. That was one of my first careers. when I was about 23 years old. So I am happily married. We're 28 years deep. I got 3 great children and 2 additional young ladies that we've been supporting since they were 13. And so for me, I'm big on family and big on winning. And I got to OIC because one of my peers actually reached out to me that was in the final expense space, Miss Nally. She's actually one of the young ladies who brought me on the platform. And when I say young lady, this is somebody who's in her late 70s and been in the insurance space for over 25 plus years, military veteran. So because of the respect that I had for her, she reached out to me and told me about this opportunity. I told her I wasn't really interested in doing anything in the final expense world, but she got my attention because she said something about education. My wife happens to be an administrator at a school, so a lot of that connection came to place. And then I showed up here on this platform 2 years ago, Miss Brittany, and everybody that may not have met me before, basically.
Yes, that's amazing. So amazing. I'm so grateful to God that, people like you, like I said, are one of the great fearless leaders in our organization. So we are definitely happy to have you. Again, like I said, you'll notice that he's always on the move, but it's not for his own benefit. It's always for serving someone else. And I'm not just saying that because he's spotlighted. I'm sure that everybody can also agree in the comments. They're already commenting, just their takeaways of just knowing how he shine his light in their lives already. And over Zoom, all of this is over, and even in person. I mean, I'm a little jealous until Dallas, till we can actually see him in person to get that, that one-on-one with them. So I know one of them is Stephen Taylor, I think it's Tammy as well. I know there's a handful that he's actually served with in person. So it's just amazing to see your leadership, right? And so let us know what's happening in the season of your business right now for you.
I'm all about growth right now, guys. As Ms. Brittany was saying, I came back from DC because one of our other business directors, Sean Hoyer, and I came on board at the same time. And I've been one of the things that I've been fortunate because of the relationship that I have. There's a incumbent mayor that's actually in DC that's been running, that's part of our platform, and she's had multiple events over the last several years. And one of the first events we went last year was a golf event. We got a chance to meet a lot of people and did business there. And this year I got invited to come back because they were doing a fundraiser. And in that fundraiser, myself and Sean, one of the other business directors, had a chance to really kind of walk around the room. We actually got a chance to honor one of the teachers in DC. She got a $3,000 check for being one of the Life Changer Award members. If you guys are not familiar, National Life Group has this Life Changer Award that gives us the opportunity to kind of give back. But at the same time, we got a chance to really walk around the room, shake hands, take names and phone numbers, and build more opportunity for us. So because of the idea that I believe in the whole entire East Coast, everybody's my business partner. As long as you're willing to allow me to serve, I'm going to come down and make sense of it so that we can expand. My dream is to take over the entire East Coast. And when I say the entire East Coast, from New Hampshire all the way down to Florida, is a territory that I believe I'm going to build out for this organization. And if you happen to be in the East Coast and that makes sense to me and it makes sense to what we're going to do, I'll show up in your state and serve to the highest ability with the intent to say, hey, how can we grow together? Because you can't say you want to build 18 plus agencies and the only person you serve is yourself. So I got a chance to go. One of the things that I loved about that event, I love traveling with my wife. If you guys ever get a chance to meet her, name is Lamika. We've been married for 28 years, but one of the things that we started with was the ability to travel together the very first time we met. So anytime I can do that with her, she got a chance to be in the room because she believes in this business at a high level. But we got a chance to meet a lot of professionals in that space, small business owners, other people who are in the political game, activists and other individuals that we got a chance to connect with, because our dream also there is to open up DC as a district as far as the National Life Opportunity. So we've been building ground in that space for the last year and a half with the intent to get that entire area open, because we know the opportunity that it'll create once we get it finally established. And we're starting to break ground with some of the agents that are in that space. But we had a great event and walked away with a lot of opportunity that I already started making some appointments with this week. And so for me, it was exciting to get traveling, but at the same time, kind of position the ultimate goal. Everything for me is long term. So that means I don't really think in the immediacy. Obviously, you immediately write business so you can make more money, but I'm funding my business with the intent that whatever I'm doing has the ability for me to say, if I'm thinking 10,000 plus agents, I got to create the territory that will support 10,000 plus agents. And that's my dream and vision that I have in my mind, basically.
Wow. Taking territory. I love it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I believe, well, I definitely know that me and my cousins with an S is going to be taking over California and all of this side, West Coast. So we got this covered. I'm just letting y'all know we good over here, right? But no, it's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You actually answered one of my takeaways because I wanted to see just how was it at the Washington event that you served, and it seems it was an amazing experience. Oh my goodness, the different people shaking hands and rubbing shoulders, that is amazing. And I know that's something that it's just really fortunate when we can be able to have those type of spaces to occupy. So I know that is just a humbling experience for yourself. And lastly, just to let the people know, especially myself, because the guys and on here, the culprit that busted me out for this convention that we're going to be at next in August. But I love, like I said, I love my leader, Suni Samad. But I want to know from my other leader, what are your goals pre-convention?
I'm walking the stage as an equity partner. I mean, guys, my ultimate dream is everything is by stages in my mind. And one of the first stages was business director, and the next stage is equity partner. Thank God I was able to get my 50K ring. I mean, watch, that was just a milestone closer to that. So right now, the whole idea is equity and closing that out. And just also, I think more importantly, too, recently I've been talking to a few of the team members. It's not me anymore. This is gonna sound, don't take this personal, please. That's one of the, I already know I'm gonna win here. But my biggest clarity recently is how many more people can I get to win?
That's good.
So I'm more excited about how many more of you guys are gonna walk the stage, whether you're a direct team member or not. And that's what I'm more excited about, actually. So this year, in my mind, I've been dreaming about Monica Castaneda walking a stage. I've dreamed Gabriella walking the stage because I remember what I said to them. So when I'm talking about something, I say it with a purpose because I want that to come true for many of you guys also. So I've been literally locking into the organization with the intent to say, hey, how can I help improve your situation? And I think tirelessly in my mind, I've been trying to figure out, outside of what we've been able to wonderfully accomplish, how many more people can we get to walk the stage along with me? So my personal goal is equity partner. I will have 18 plus agencies here in this organization that will make $1 million plus per month, $12 million at minimum per year, because I've been part of organizations that have produced that type of activity. So I already believe it to be true. I just have to make sure that it comes true, basically.
Amen. Man, who don't? And see, we got him. Let's pat ourselves on the back. We got him, right? Like he speaks life. That's what I love about who we are. We are kingdom servants. And, I'm going to just give my own emojis and hearts to him because he deserves it. It's amazing to have you, Mr. Hans. Thank you so much for just taking this space with me and being able to get spotlighted. As you can see, y'all, don't be afraid to reach out, pick his brain. I'm telling myself that as well. He wants us to win. He wants us to have you see how he didn't limit us? Like, come on. I know I can speak for a lot of, in my experience in industry, I didn't have it like this, y'all. I did not have it like this. They were all about selves, and I hate to say that because they put God in it, but they weren't showing a lot of it, right? And here I am with an amazing team like this and leadership, and they mean what they say and they do it, right? And so it's a difference. And if you know when you know, right? You know when you know. So I just want to thank him and most important, God, for just being able to place me in the right establishment and have a leader like you, Mr. Hans and Monica. So thank you so much for you guys spotlight. And if there's anything you got to say to end before we go to our next.
No, the last thing I'll tell you guys is just that believe this to be true. What I mean is that one of the things that my wife and I talk about all the time is it's fun to have fun, but it's not fun to do it by yourself. What that means is the vision is when I call Kim Howard and say, are you and David coming down this year? We don't want to do it by ourselves. Hey, Brittany, are you and your husband coming to Martha Vineyard this year? Hey, by the way, we already got the house. It's already filled. The key is under the pad. Are you coming, Nick Rios? Because you won. So like the idea is that if there is a dream that is possible, I'll leave you with this last thing. There's something I read in the book. I said, I'm going to write my own movie. I'm the director of my movie.
Yes.
My movie says that I'm going to enjoy life. I'm going to live long. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to be able to chance, but you need resources to fly it around the world. Because when I'm bored, I'll be like, yeah, let's go to Africa for 60 days and we'll come back. And so that's the vision. And when I call Brittany, I'm like, Brittany's like, yeah, I'm making the tickets right now. I'll see you, or we're getting on, accommodations to make that happen. I can't tell you what accommodations, but show up. Let's go have some fun because that's what we worked hard for. So the next 3 years is built in the idea that I get a chance to write the biggest movie of my life. So that's what I give you guys tonight to think about.
Thank you. Writing the big movie of your life. What y'all's gonna look like? I know mine's gonna be big because if we talking a movie, I'm trying to be like, what's one of them good movies everybody got to see? Like every season or every movie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm gonna be one of them. But no, thank you so much again, Mr. Hans. Now it is time to introduce, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, but I think I'm not, which is my beautiful cousin, amazing leader. This girl, she came in blazing. Okay. Kimberly Howard came in 6 months. She got to equity partner. Come on, like, stop playing with my cousin, right? And so I'm so honored. I'm so honored. She is definitely a servant for the kingdom. She loves to make sure that we win. She's so selfless. I say that not because she's my cousin. I actually, of course, she's my cousin's wife, but the fact that I was so grateful, I always tell her, thank you, God, for putting this lady in my life, because we always see each other in family reunions. So to be a part of a business that we are able to bless people and you be the vessels and serve the communities and do it together, and her teaching me how that works, and also being a part-time mom. She's a part-time mom, full career, right? And a wife, and she's still doing it. So no excuses. No excuses is what I tell myself. I'm talking to myself, but if it hits you, grab it, right? But no excuses. So without further ado, I'm gonna let you, cousin Kimberly, take it away.
Oh, amazing. Can we just give Brittany a round of applause? This is her first time hosting.
Good job. Woo!
Congratulations, Brittany. You're doing good.
This is really why I do what I do, because just seeing her growth, she's only been here with us for maybe 2 months now, and she is willing to say yes. I'm like, Brittany, can you host? Can you do this? And that is what leadership is about. And this is what I love about our Supreme team, because you can come in here and have a voice, right? We've been in the industry where you can't even say anything until you make $1 million, right? You can't even do these things. You know, they won't put you on the platform if you're not making, you know, a certain amount of money. But I am honored, you guys, just to be here tonight. And I see a lot of new faces. So my name is Kimberly Howard. I am your business partner. I do hate titles, but I am one of the business directors on this platform. And I've been with OIC for a year and maybe like 4 or 5 months now. Okay. And if I can do it, you guys can too. Um, and I came in here, obviously, I've been in the industry for 8 years. I've been in different companies like these other people, but it was not my home, right? Uh, I did well in my previous company. I made 6 figures, but I I felt like it was very transactional, and I knew that that's not what I wanted. Um, God had a different plan and brought me Miss Princess Map, who is my BD, right? And we came from a different industry where we had to buy leads. So, first, I commend you guys for being here this evening. Kudos to you guys. Today, I was going to do a totally different topic and show you how to do annual reviews, but God told me to let's be vulnerable tonight. Okay. Can I be if people know me, I cry a lot because I get so emotion. No, and there's a lot of passion and purpose regarding that's why I don't like speaking. I tell Mr. Samad, like he told me to close tonight and I'm like, okay, what do I close about? And I was gonna do totally something different. But today I'm gonna share my screen, just kind of share with you because I heard Miss Monica said today, life be life in, okay, right? And I felt that this was important tonight to really share because, it's hard to build a business when you're struggling with personal battles. Okay. Oh. Miss Brittany, you just, hey, pass me those tissues, okay?
I'm passing them, girl.
So you see here, this is my family. They're a little bit older now. This is my son, King David, and then Malachi, my husband, David. And we lost a child. This was 3 years ago. So that's a picture of our baby, right? But this business, right, has kept me going, right? It says here, a business hard enough on its own, but when you layer in personal struggles, financial pressure, family responsibilities, or crippling self-doubt, the journey can feel impossible, okay? Yet many of history's most successful entrepreneurs discovered that their greatest battles become the foundation of their greatest breakthroughs. Okay, this is going to be a little bit different, you guys. I'm not going to talk about life insurance. I'm really going to talk about life and how do you push through it when you're building a business and you have family that's counting on you. Right? As Miss Brittany said, I do work full time and I do have 2 kids. I am a full-time mom too. And my other son, my youngest son too, he is autistic, so he definitely needs a lot of attention, right? So, yes, let's get into it. Lord, help me get through this training because it was a lot of emotions behind it. But hey, the double weight of building while hurting. So, a lot of us has challenges, right? We all grew, that's why I say always be nice to people because you don't know what they're going through, right? Someone could be having a bad day because of these challenges that they're facing, right? So entrepreneurship demands everything, your time, your energy, your creativity, and your courage. But personal struggles don't pause when business demands arise, right? If you're here on this platform and you're trying to do something big and you're trying to be an entrepreneur, how do you keep everything together and keep going, right? They compound, overlap, and collide, leaving you stretched thin and questioning whether you have what it takes. Put an 8 in the chat if you ever felt like that. Like, hey, am I supposed to be here? Do I have what it takes to build this business? Right? But there's opportunity hidden inside. So, what if the very pressures threatening to derail you were actually forging the resilience, the empathy, and grit that your business and your clients, your agents need the most, right? The path through is also the path forward. And that's why when you hear OIC and how I fell in love with this company is because people just share their testimonies, right? People need to hear your voice, right? Like Miss Audra, they need to know what you're going through. People will do business. Well, people will do business with you because of who you are. They don't even care what company it is or what products you're selling sometimes because you are, the most important person. You're the brand of your business. That's why it's so important when you guys are going through things that you keep pushing forward. So many who endure the hardest seasons, you guys, become the most powerful builders. And actually, this is a training for me. Um, I told Mr. Samad, this is really too my healing because I needed this because I've been going through some challenges these last couple of weeks. But this business has kept me alive and have kept me going. One, we got to accept the reality of the battle, you guys. The first step towards moving forward is honest acknowledgement. Pretending struggles don't exist, make them disappear. It just delays your ability to deal with them effectively. How powerful is that, right? We can't just, pretend everything is fine, right? Because everyone is facing a challenge, right? Personal struggles do not disqualify you from success. So if you're struggling here, that means your breakthrough is coming. You're here for a reason, right? That's why we're so special. That's why our Supreme team is so special, because we really empower one another at our lowest moments. Okay, when I'm down or I just feel something like, hey, Miss Marlena, that's why I say it's so important to really take time to build a relationship with the people that you bring in, because these people become your life partners, right? They're going with you through the journey. So that's why, I take people out to eat. I want to get to know them. It's not about, um, hey, how much you're going to do. It's about, what can we do for each other? How can we serve? How can we build this business together the right way, right? So every entrepreneur you admire has navigated seasons of pain, doubt, and loss, often while building their most important work. I love this. A season is not a sentence. Man, that is powerful. A difficult chapter does not determine your final destination. You are not defined by what you are going through. You are shaped by how you choose to move through it. Okay. So, your story isn't over. Your current struggle is a chapter of your story. It's not your entire story, you guys, right? We're here, because I mean, a lot of us here are believers. We woke up today because there's still purpose, right? God gave us purpose. So the most powerful narrative always include hardships and then the turn. So if you're struggling right now, if you're facing some battle, sit in it. It's okay. You're supposed to, right? You are supposed to. Focus on the progress, not perfection. Okay. Waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect mindset, or the perfect circumstances means waiting forever. I had, I've been in this industry for a long time, and there's, agents where they're like, oh, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready because I'm going through something. You're never going to be ready. Okay. Right? Progress, no matter how small it is what moves your business forward. Doing little things is a win. Okay. So, number one, show up on hard days. Some days you feel unstoppable, but other days it's just opening up your laptop is a victory. Okay. Is a victory just opening up your laptop sometimes, right? Showing up on this call today is a victory. Okay. Consistency across your emotional highs and lows is what separates who builds from those who dream about it. Number two is small actions create momentum. Okay. Do one email sent, one call, right? Tiny, consistent actions compound later, right, into real lasting progression. We always say build your momentum. You don't have to make 100 calls. Sometimes you only need to make one call, right? So don't underestimate the power of doing a little every day. It's okay. What I always tell myself, don't compare yourselves, journey with your journey, right? They have a different journey than you. Here we focus on what's called 8 a day. So if you guys are new here, right, 8 a day is sending 8 messages a day, text messages, phone calls, LinkedIn message, but doing 8 a day. As you see, people post on WhatsApp, right? People are posting that they're 8 a day. That's doing something, right? That, I mean, look, I was doing my 8 a day, and Miss Audra, um, kudos to her. She showed up, and I, she joined because of LinkedIn, because I was consistent on my 8 a day. She's only been in the business for a week and she already got 3 business partners, submitted a policy. Like, you don't know who you're going to meet, right? All the people that she brought on already, we've connected, right? Sometimes I always say that's all God. That's not even me. Okay. God is positioning us, right, for something greater. What Hans says, he already seen this a long time. He already seen Miss Monica, Miss Gabrielle across the stage. This was already in our vision. So celebrate every win, you guys. So when you think that you feel discouraged, posting that 8 a day is a win. So no win is too small to acknowledge. So celebrating small milestones fuel motivation and rewires your brain to recognize forward movement even when the bigger goal still feels far away. That's why, as you see in our pod call today, we recognize, what's been done in a week. We recognize people that are going to convention, because those are big, actually, for me, big wins, because it shows who's dedicated to their business, who's making moves in their business, right? So write this down. Ask yourself daily, what is one thing I can do today to move my business forward? One thing. Okay. Develop mental resilience. So strength is not built in comfort, you guys. It is built through resistance, through the pressure of hard moments, met with the decisions to keep going. So learn from setbacks, right? I love what Hans and George, they shared their testimony, I think on a Wake Up and Win. They had a big chargeback that could have told an agent, I'm done, right? This is too big of a chargeback. But Mr. Hans kept moving forward. Mr. George kept moving forward that, hey, I'm not quitting. And look at Mr. Hans was able to get his 50K watch because he kept moving forward. So every failure contains a lesson. Instead of being defined but of what went wrong, extract the wisdom and apply it forward. So the entrepreneur who learns fast grows fast from setbacks. Rewrite the inner narrative. So you guys, as you hear Miss Brittany or Mr. Han saying words are so important, right? Mr. Suni went over this too, that the words that you speak, replace I'm not good enough with I'm learning and growing. The stories you tell yourself become the ceiling or launchpad of your potential. Okay, start changing the way you talk, right? I have to, with my kids too, right? I have to tell them, my son always, if he's disappointed, he says negative things. I'm like, no, son, we have to say this way just so that we can change, the mindset, right? Especially with our children nowadays, because there's so many things out there that they see. Um, but stay vision locked in. When circumstances are shaky, anchor yourself with your vision. That's why it's so important to write down your goals. Me and Miss Marlena did a game plan interview with one of Miss Audrey's new business partners. Like, hey, we write down our dreams so we can go back to it. So we know why we joined the business. So when things get hard, we can go back to these things and see why we need to push forward, right? So make sure that you anchor yourself in difficult times. Lean into your purpose. And this is so big for us in OIC, right? Is know your why. Your purpose is the fuel that outlasts motivation. Okay. Some people like, hey, I don't like going, motivation sometimes is emotional, right? It rises and falls. Sometimes you're motivated and then you get off the call, you're still dealing with the same SHIT, right? And you're like, shoot, I don't feel like doing nothing. But your purpose is structural, right? It holds you up when everything around you feels like it's collapsing. So people who have strong why can endure most on any how, right? How can I do this? So when the road gets hard, your reason for starting becomes your reason to keep going. That's why it's so important to meet with your business directors in the first 24 to 48 hours, because we need to know why. We need to help you when we don't see you on the calls or you're just missing in action, because people go through stuff. And that's when we as business partners call them. We have a prayer call that Hans does every 6 a.m. Pacific time, and we pray for one another. We start our day, right, in the word. So I encourage you guys, if you guys are up that early Pacific time, it's 6 a.m., but that's so important. Connect to a bigger mission bigger than yourself. The most resilient entrepreneurs build businesses tied to something larger, to personal gain. As you hear Mr. Hans, that's why we know he's going to be a big builder, because it's not about him. He has built businesses. He's already a 7-figure earner in his other business, but he wants to see other people win, right? And this is the platform where you can help other people create a six-figure income. So whether it's creating opportunity for your family, serving an underserved community, right? Or serving a problem that personally affected you, that mission becomes your anchor. So make sure you write down your core why, keep it visible, right? I have a whiteboard here and I put down my goals and, all these things, some affirmations I put down on my board. Last year, I wanted to do a financial festival for our community and here in Vallejo. That happened last month, right? Because I seen it. That was my goal. I had a vision to serve my community that was underserved, right? To bring financial literacy to our community. So make sure you start writing these things down. This is so important, you guys, building a support system. And that's why I love, love, love our Supreme team, because we are very protective of our culture, because man, they are here for support. So no entrepreneur builds alone, not the truly successful ones, right? Isolation amplifies every struggle and silence every win. So a strong support system multiplies your capacity to endure and grow. That's why these pod meetings are so important, right? So find a mentor if they're in the business, right? Or someone that can uplift you during those times. Seek out someone who has walked a similar road, right? Their experience can shorten your learning curve, steady your nerves, and help you see possibilities that you can't yet see yourself. Okay. I had to get, when I lost my son, I had to go through therapy, right? I never been through therapy before, and it's crazy. I went to school to be a therapist, but because I wanted to help people, but I never myself went through it until I lost my son, right? But also get an accountability partner, someone who checks in, right? Challenges you, celebrates your progress, makes a measurable difference. Accountability transform intention into consistent action. This is so important, you guys. That's why I always have at least two people on the game plan interview when I bring somebody on, because I'm like, hey, if I'm not here, Miss Marlena is here, right? If I'm not here, Miss Princess is here. Someone that, because we all are trying to grow together, get someone that you can be accountable to. Choose your circle wisely. So surround yourself with people who believe in your vision, even on days you struggle to believe it in yourself. Man. Positive influence is not a luxury, it's a strategic necessity. So having the Supreme team, that's why Miss Brittany said attend our winner circle. Happens 8 o'clock Pacific time, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, but we call it the winner circle because that's where we don't even talk about insurance. We really talk about the mindset. We talk about how can we grow in this business, because the first thing that we need to fix sometimes is ourselves, right? So make sure you have a circle of support. And that's why when I build business or when I'm bringing people on, I want to get to know them because they are my circle of support as well, right? That's why I say my ladies, and we have one gentleman, and we pray together, cry together. We're on Zoom till 12 at night praying, but these are the people that you're building the business with, right? So it's so important that, especially if you bring people onto your business, it's people you want to do life with, because there's things that you guys are going to go through, right? So turn your pain into fuel. adversity as an asset. So the challenges you face, loss, rejection, financial hardship, failure, are not wasted experiences. The most compelling businesses are built by people who transform personal pain into passionate purpose. So your story of struggle creates empathy that connects you to your clients, right? And the people that you bring on. It builds character and earns the trust of your team. It develops the determination that keeps you moving when others quit. So your testimony is someone else's lifeline. That's why it's so important for us to speak in this business. So don't be a secret agent, because your story can impact someone else. Okay. And everyone has a story here, right? So when you push through and ultimately succeed, your story becomes a beacon for someone else who is standing exactly where you once stood, wondering if it's worth it, right? Wondering if you have what it takes. So don't use your challenges as excuses. Use them as evidence that you have already survived the hard things, and you can survive this too. So when I look back, when I lost my son, it was my biggest month. When that month, because I had a small team in my previous company, I was able to hit 25,000. I never hit 25,000 a month before, but that month was my hardest month. But because I had people that poured into me, I used my pain for my purpose, right? So now it takes me back, like, hey, if I can get through that, I can get through that in any challenges that I face moving forward, right? So take care of yourself, you guys. Sustainable success requires sustainable entrepreneur. You cannot pour from an empty vessel, and running yourself into the ground doesn't prove dedication. It guarantees burnout, you guys. This is something I'm learning. So guard your health. Your physical health impacts your mental clarity, your creativity, right? Though move, eat well, breathe, invest in relationships. The people you love are not a distraction from your work. They're the reason why your work matters. So you protect your family, protect your relationships, set healthy boundaries. So know when to stop, you guys. Define your boundaries around your time, your energy, so the business grows you rather than consumes you. This is why people quit, because they think that they have to spend 12 hours to build a business. I always tell my team, hey, you gotta, I talk about schedules because I respect their schedules, and I want to make sure that, hey, we work within their schedule and that they don't get burnt out. Okay. I have to quickly end this soon, but keep showing up, keep building. Your struggles are not your roadblocks. They are your training grounds, you guys. So keep showing, keep growing, and keep building. The person you became through the process is just as valuable as the success you will achieve here in this business. So personal battles may slow your journey, but they do not have to stop, right? A perseverance is your greatest competitive edge. You are not behind, you are becoming. So don't compare yourself with other people that, are winning, because they went through a journey, right? The process of building through adversity is shaping you into a leader in your business needs. So trust your journey, you guys. Stay in it. The breakthrough is closer than you think. So thank you, you guys. I appreciate it. I'm gonna give it back to Miss Brittany.
Thank you. Very powerful. Thank you, sis.
Wow, thank you.
Amazing. Gosh.
thank you, God, that I didn't cry this whole time, because then y'all would have seen me come back on the screen with like mascara all like dripping, and you don't want that. You don't want them problems. But thank you so much, Miss Kim, my cousin, my lovely, beautiful, strong, resilient leader. I'm so proud of you, especially being vulnerable like that, and sharing your story. And I have so many takeaways, and I know y'all do too. So yeah, make sure you post it in the chat. I don't know if we have enough time, but I do want to make sure that, and if you hear my background, I am at church and it's Bible study for us tonight, but we have practice beforehand. So we might have a little serenading moment in the back, giving me some music in the back to finish this call out. But I want to say, for the takeaways that I have, focus on progress, not perfection. That is a great takeaway that I really enjoyed, especially when it came before or right after. Accept the reality of your battle. Whoo, we can go into that. We can unpack that. We can, right? But I'm not going to do that right now. But accept the reality of the battle. But also, I'm going to do two more. Lean into your purpose. Lean into it, because everyone has a purpose. You know what it is. If you don't, I'm sure you're going to figure it out along the way, kind of journal, however you do, because I was someone that didn't know my purpose, especially when I didn't know the alignment that, God wanted me to go. But the more and more that you clear the noise and you see how it is, you see how life is taking you, you see the careers, the skills, the gifts that you're starting to kind of flow in and grow in, you'll find out your purpose, right? And then and that's on a way of just being the light, because the purpose is already set, but the light of where you're going to be placed in position, right? And the last one I got is, your testimony is someone else's lifeline. That was a word right there. That was a word, because I know our testimonies can definitely save a life. I know a few people, my testimony, even in business, that kept me in the industry. And believe it or not, it was a guy, and my old mentor,
Miss
my
Brittany,
mentorship in my own, huh?
I'm so sorry to cut you off,
Oh,
but our
are we
million
time to go?
dollar baby call happens on the
Yes, I
same
knew
this
it.
week.
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
sorry, you did amazing tonight, though. And
Great
we'll
job,
work
Miss
on
Brittany.
switching this
Awesome
link.
job.
Thank you so much. I
Have a
appreciate
good
Please
evening,
it.
share it on the
everyone.
winner
Thanks,
circle.
everyone.
Yes, if every, let's continue this in the winner circle. I do have to present Million Dollar Baby tonight with Miss Elena Taylor. So if you have people, get them on the next call. Thank you, Miss Brittany. You did amazing.
Night,
Thank you.
everyone.
We have to end.
Great job, everyone.
Bye.